and things will only get more intense from this point forward. Hi, everyone. Here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Let's see some of the numbers here for Jeremy Grant.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Here's the starting group for Portland. Lillard and Sharp are the guards. Denny Avdia out there with Donovan Clingan. And it's Kamara in at the 3. And for Houston, Katie and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Van Vliet runs the show with Thompson to his side. And it's Şengün in at the 5. And with both of these teams sitting at 0-1, this game, too, is crucial.
Yeah, the challenge with the NBA Cup is there's no feeling out period. You have to hit the ground running or you're going to get left behind.
Lillard against Van Vliet. To the middle. Avdia outside. The 3. Thompson pulls it in. Van Vliet with it. Avdia picks him up. Thompson passes to Şengün. Houston working the ball around. Lets the 3 fly. Thompson no good. Down low. Out of bounds. It'll be Rockets ball. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. I asked him about facing a talent like Damian Lillard, and Coach said, we know Dame is going to be a handful. He always is. He has unlimited range. He's terrific at shooting off the dribble, and if you press up on him, he'll go right by you. He is a difficult cover, to say the least. Brian, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's Lillard. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Love the way Lillard can contort his body ever so slightly, able to protect the ball right there.
Pass to Durant. To the paint. Here's Şengün. No good there. Clingan with a defensive effort.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Durant, the pass to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
How about the bounce ability of Şengün getting himself way up there?
You know, the more you watch Şengün, the more you wonder if he's just a guard in the body of a big man, Clark.
Well, that's a pretty astute observation, B.A., because his passing is elite. I mean, his vision, he sees a half a play to a play ahead. I mean, you can actually run offense through Şengün.
They get it back. Here's Clingan. And he goes with the big dunk right over Alperen Şengün.
Yeah, a statement play by the rookie Clingan, using his size to rattle the rim.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Van Vliet, who is stolen by Lillard. Şengün against Avdia. To the left side wing. And here's Clingan. Avdia outside. 4 on the clock. Out to Lillard. Fires from deep. Thompson pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Ooh, poked away. Avdia with a steal. To the inside. Pass to Kamara. Lillard outside. Shot is up. Lillard can't get that one to fall.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Outside Durant. Van Vliet right side. And another miss by Houston.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
For 3, here's Lillard. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
You just cannot permit Lillard to get into a zone from deep. I mean, once that happens, you can't turn the valve off.
Now here's Van Vliet. No points so far. Smith outside. Durant looking around. Inside. Şengün hanging with the block.
Okay, young fella. Look, I'll tell you this. Do not test Donovan Clingan. They just learned that the hard way.
3 on the clock.
And so far, they've done a great job of preventing points in the paint.
I like the way they've kept them shooting jump shots. No coincidence to find them in the lead.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Making it work at close range. Lillard putting his touch to good use in tight.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Here's a look at the current NBA Cup standings for you, right in the middle of group play.
Yeah, and at this juncture, you can't win the NBA Cup. Well, you can certainly lose it. Lots of teams are close to being eliminated. This is just such a fun competition.
Van Vliet with it. 14 points his last outing. No luck on that one. Now here's Kamara, guarded by Durant. Lillard passes to Avdia. Sharp against Thompson. And that one's good. Sharp.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And Clark, one thing this Rockets team is known for is their ferocity on the backboards.
Yeah, they were terrific retrieving their own misses, and they played with a grit and a toughness that I thought belied the team's youth, and that's a good foundation to build on. You've got tough-minded young players that are only going to get better. Keep an eye on this Rockets team.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Smith with a screen on Lillard. Van Vliet. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the paint. Here's Kamara. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket. Something the league has worked towards. Seeing small market teams competing at a high level, Grant.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And of course, that's the beauty of it all.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Eason comes in for Smith. And it's Shepard in for Fred VanVleet. Here's Durant. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Durant's got 5 points.
Boy, that mid-range J from KD can put people to sleep, boy. Tough to guard him at all 3 levels.
Lillard passes to Avdia. Back to Lillard. Pass to Klingon. Poke loose. And here comes the break. Here's Shepard. Houston working the ball around. Shoots it from the corner. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Avdia's got 4 rebounds now. Now Klingon. Two shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Here's Shepard, still without a bucket. Capella, screen on Lillard. Here's Shepard, defended by Avdia. Out to the wing, shot clock at 6. Capella, the pass to Thompson. From outside, off the mark. Portland leading by 10. Here's Lillard. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And 11 points for Damian Lillard.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
1:33 left to play in the first. Lillard looking around. Lillard, a screen on Thompson. Avdia from outside. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Here's Shepard. Playing Washington, he was nearly unstoppable. Thompson outside. And the layup is good.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Lillard outside. Avdia finds Sharp. Avdia outside. Pass to Kamara. Clock at 6. The 3-ball. The Rockets pull it in. This is the first time they've seen Portland this season.
Last year, as expected, they had very little trouble against these guys.
Yeah, you know, these are two teams clearly on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. I mean, this is a team they rightly feel they can beat every time they take the court with them.
Here's Lillard. Hey, rejected by Capella.
Over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capella. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
He gets it up. Ooh, he drains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And indeed,
the previous play is under review.
And I couldn't tell exactly what happened. And apparently, I guess the refs didn't get a clear look at it either. They have to get it right because this is a big moment in the game.
And you know what? We're watching exactly what the officials are seeing from the NBA.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Sure, they got it right.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They've been fantastic pushing the ball. Fast break points a key to this lead. We'll be right back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Boy, the Trailblazers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
Here are the 5. Portland has to start the second. Holiday and Henderson pair up at the 1 and the 2. Thibault and Grant are at the forward spots. And it's Williams in at the center position. Nice shot by Okogie.
Boy, I tell you, Okogie continues to refine his shooting motion. It's got to be seamless and smooth on that particular shot.
Outside for Grant. Pass to Williams. Now here's Thibault. 6 to shoot on the wing, Holiday. And a miss there on the triple. Rockets trail by 9. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. All defensive guard Drew Holiday talked about guarding some of the younger players coming into the league, and he said the game has changed significantly. They morphed with it. They're quick, athletic, and they all play the game a lot differently than when I came into the league. Back to you.
A new day. Allie, thank you. To the inside. Here's Finney-Smith. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Finney-Smith's got his first points of the game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Houston.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight. Turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Pass to Okogie. Houston working the ball around. To the left wing. Here's Finney-Smith. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
I think that's one of his specialties, really. Finney-Smith is out there to defend at a high level and knock down threes.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And some changes here for Portland. Denny Avdias checked in for Grant. Kamara comes in for Thibault. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Henderson. Avdia finds Williams. Back to Avdia. There's the triple. They grab their own miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Down low. Here's Şengün. And slam chance at another point at the line. Robert Williams picks up one. And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., he throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
Durant, he's checked in for Houston. And now it's time to check the rookie leaderboard and see which first-year players are leading their class in assists. Fifth is Reed Sheppard.
The league got a big infusion of talented passers this year, and he's up there with the best of them. And as time goes, his court vision is only going to get better.
And the free throw, no good. Grant, a little background on the NBA Cup tournament this game is part of. It traces its origins back to the WNBA Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah, the WNBA was set to feature the in-season tournament in 2020, but the pandemic delayed that start until 2021. Since then, it's been a wild success, and the NBA decided to run one of their own.
On the wing, Durant, defended by Lillard. Left block shot on the way, and that's off the glass and in. Durant's got 11.
After an okay first quarter of shooting, they've really turned it up offensively. I like where they're headed right now.
Williams passes to Lillard. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It seems like we're still in Dame time here in the NBA. Lillard is as efficient as ever, Clark.
Well, B.A., we're talking about a guy who scored 70 in a game before. Lillard can show you and give you some all-time scoring nights. I mean, that's how you get your own time zone, by doing what he's done throughout his career.
Clingan, he's checked in for Portland.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Durant draws the double, and stolen by Holiday. Lillard passes to Avdia. Now Lillard lets it go from deep. Such a sweet stroke from Damian Lillard. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
From 10 feet away, Durant pulls it in. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 17-5 run. From deep, at the arc, KD drains it.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
Outside Kamara, this one for 3. Offensive board, Clingan. Uneasy, 2 on the layup. He's got 6.
When you're facing a guy as massive as Clingan, you really have to be smart about boxing him out. I mean, he is so good on the offensive boards to be so young.
Pass to Sheppard. Outside Finney-Smith. And here's Easton. Clock is at 3. And here's Sheppard for 3. Holiday grabs the miss. The Trailblazers have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Now Clingan. Off the outside. To the middle. Here's Lillard. Inside. Dame gets it to go.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
The Rockets trail. Here's Durant. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
He's been perfect this quarter. They keep feeding him, and he keeps delivering.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, a major story for the Trailblazers. I'm told the team sale is taking place. Commissioner Adam Silver says the league prefers they stay put in Portland, but a new arena will likely be needed. The Moda Center, one of the league's oldest arenas that have not yet undergone major renovations, and the Blazers have played there since 1995.
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Shot on the wing. It's hauled in by Houston. Smith, left side. Outside Durant. Van Vliet outside. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Avdia outside. Down low. Pass to Lillard. Good. He's been great in this one. 9 for 15 after that shot.
He is in a groove. You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence.
It's good. 6 points for Amen Thompson.
Heating up in the second quarter. He looks locked and loaded.
Sharp against Thompson. For 3, here's Lillard. Here's Klingon. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket. Klingon's got 8.
And this is where you feed the big man Klingon. He knows how to execute from this close.
Van Vliet finds Durant. 1:43 left in the first half.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Portland moving it around. Now here's Klingon. He's closely guarded. Stolen by Thompson. They've got numbers. Here's Smith. And that comes off the assist by Durant. And it's a 5-point Houston lead.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
You know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Durant. We saw him with 39 points last game. Pass to Van Vliet. Fires the 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 8 rebounds in the game.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Left side, Durant. Ooh, the defense just making it easy for Durant.
What doesn't Kevin Durant do? He's showing us everything here.
Blazers trail by 7. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Shot from the mid-range. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Finney Smith passes to Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
Lillard outside. No good again that time. Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for Houston, providing the scoring punch right now, putting up a cool 22. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far. And guys, allow me to digress. Anybody care to explain what I saw in the catering area a few minutes ago?
No, Ernie. Shaq started it. I promise you, Ernie. It was not me. I never throw the first chicken wing.
Yeah, I can't believe you just snitched Kenny.
Well, I don't care who did it. You're both cleaning it up.
But Ernie, it was Kenny.
And guys, turning back to the first half of our game, KD doing whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted.
Man, how good has KD been? Playing with confidence, letting the game come naturally to him, and he affects every phase of the game, Shaq.
Making it look so easy. The great ones do that, Kenny.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. What a game we're seeing from Damian Lillard.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Houston. Following this game, they host the Magic. It's game 3 of a trifecta at home. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. Inside, Smith and Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Amin Thompson. Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the 3?
Well, BA, you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
And both free throws good for Lillard.
Hey, look, if you could pick anybody to take the last shot for your team, Lillard would have to be that guy. In crunch time, he is lethal.
Here's Durant, looming large, KD.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Van Vliet against Lillard. Outside Sharp. It's Avdia on the wing. Off target with the 3. The Rockets lead by 9. Thompson outside. Pass to Smith. Here's Şengün. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Sharp. Smith with the rebound.
He converts those at a high rate, but not that time.
From the arc. Durant, no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Sharp passes to Avdia. It's hauled in by Houston. Thompson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. From the right block, rejected by Klingen.
Just 1 bucket and 5 attempts so far this half. They are looking for a spark offensively.
Here they come with numbers in transition. Pass to Durant. Fires the 3. And Klingen pulls it down. Klingen's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Lillard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, a new era in Portland, Grant. Young, raw, and still finding their place.
Yeah, BA, they've committed to growing through reps and putting in the time. The victories are hard won, but a foundation is being laid.
And both free throws good for Lillard.
Hey, certain guys just exude that it factor. Damian Lillard is a great player and a terrific leader.
Outside Durant. 3-pointer, Van Vliet. Houston with another miss.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. The Portland Trail Blazers, in year 3 of a rebuild, wins are hard to come by in the loaded West. But acquiring young, talented players like Denny Avdia is a nice start. He said, quote, "The team is young, we're real athletic, we all compete, everybody wants to work and wants to improve." Back to you guys.
Young and hungry. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And now let's take a look at the shooting guards who have been rebounding like forwards this season. Number 1, Amin Thompson.
And I just love how he's willing to battle among the trees, using determination and agility rather than size to dominate on the glass.
Well, he's got the effort and the attitude and the tenacity that you need. And if you didn't have that at his size, then the big fellas would eat you up down low. He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Here's Şengün. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. He's had just 1 attempt at the line earlier.
That's their personal foul. First team foul.
A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the #2 seed in the West, Grant.
And they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
And that one drops for him. Klingen's gotten 4 this quarter.
Took that orange right to the rack, and they just let him go by.
Thompson outside. Outside Durant. And it's Houston scoring again.
Yeah, one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. Durant just continues to dominate offensively.
Avdia outside. Here's Kamara. Drains the triple. Kamara's got 5 points.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Outside Durant. Back to Van Vliet. A shot from the high post. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Durant's got his 4th assist with that last one. Here's Avdia. Nice move. And it's good on the lay-in. He's got 5.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Durant with it. Kamara on him. Durant with the bucket.
Well, that's virtually impossible to defend. I mean, with Durant's length, those long arms, and the high arcing shot that he shoots, the best you can do as a defender is challenge him and hope he misses.
Lillard outside. 5 on the clock. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
He has the ability simply to take over games, and that's what makes Dame so much fun to watch.
Smith outside. Houston working the ball around. Outside Durant. Launches a 3. Portland with a rebound. Klingen's got rebound number 11. Sharp against Thompson. Smith against Avdia. Lillard left side. Ooh, Lillard takes the hit and scores.
Rising to the challenge. He's given them everything he's got.
Houston leading by 4. Here's Durant. And another basket for Houston.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Houston making some changes. Eason comes in for Smith, and it's Shepard in for Fred VanVleet. And also a switch here for Portland. Holiday is checked in. Blazers trail by 6. Now Kamara. 5 points in the game. Outside Sharp. On the wing, Holiday. Outside Kamara. Pass to Avdia. 4-3. It's rebounded by Şengün.
He's going through a bit of adversity right now. They really need him to pick it up, though.
Here's Shepard. The 3 is up. And Klingen pulls it down. Klingen's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Sharp. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
And here's Durant. Give him 30. Durant takes it in. Here's Shepard for 3. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. There's a minute 54 left in the 3rd quarter. Holiday from long range knocks down the triple. And it's now only a 1-point Rocket lead.
And you can't let Holiday get lined up from anywhere on the arc, including in the corner.
Pass to Shepard. Back to Durant. Now here's Thompson. Puts it up from 12. And Klingen pulls it down. Klingen's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So for the Rockets, Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Finney-Smith comes in for Durant, and Okogie is subbed in for Thompson. Then for Portland, Grant's checked in for Avdia. Henderson comes in for Sharp, and Lillard subbed in for Kamara. Outside Finney-Smith, out left to the wing. Pass to Okogie. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Capella. Clinging with a defensive effort. Portland leading. Grant outside. Now Henderson takes the 3. Capella with a rebound. 26 seconds left in the third. To the inside. Here's Finney-Smith. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Finney-Smith's got 7 points.
Good work from Finney-Smith down low, putting his size and reach to good use.
For 3, here's Lillard. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Capella. And it's Capella with the jam. A hard-fought matchup. 7 lead changes thus far.
And these teams have been sparring from the get-go, neither able to land the knockout blow.
Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Rockets. He's been an offensive force, now with over 30 points after the quarter. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So the Trail Blazers 5 right now. We've got Jeremy Grant, Damian Lillard out there with Scoot Henderson. Then there's Drew Holiday, and it's Williams in at the 5. Here's Şengün, and Şengün throw it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Lillard finds Henderson with the drive. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, very efficient shooter from inside the arc. Henderson can beat you in a plethora of ways.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Okogie on the wing. Outside Eason. Outside Holiday. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. And Şengün throw it down.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
Şengün in the post. Williams defending. And this is what the schedule looks like for Portland. On Sunday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And you know, for that matchup with the Bulls, that's going to be a tough game for them, no question. They've been struggling a little as of late, and the second half of a back-to-back is never going to be your best game, especially when you're not in sync as a squad.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Durant, he's checked in for Okogie, and it's Shepherd in for Holiday. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Clinging, he's checked in for Williams.
They're ahead for now, but that miss could come back to bite them.
Taking it himself, Holiday showing his determination and tenacity on that drive.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved, unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
And Shepard is an unselfish guard. He's fantastic at moving the ball and setting up his teammates.
For Portland, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. The drive by Henderson. For three, here's Lillard. He buries it from three. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Durant's shot is off.
Since hitting 2 triples in the first half, he's been non-existent from out there.
Henderson outside. They get the rebound. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Sinks it from distance. Lillard's got 38 points.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
KD out here flexing on people.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Clingan with a screen. Henderson for 3. And there's Clingan on the assist by Henderson.
You know, I like that decision from Henderson, giving up the rock.
Rockets trail by 5. Pass to Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
Look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
The Rockets have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. 1 free throw coming up. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Trailblazers.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Clingan with a screen. Here's Lillard. And that one good. Lillard's got 40 points.
Watch out now. Lillard is smoking and looking to score every time he touches it.
Pass to Durant. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one's on to Monty Kamara. Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in, and the second free throw is good.
I don't think you could design a better scorer than Durant. I mean, range from deep, the touch at the rim, excellent handle, 7 feet tall. He does everything you want from your first option.
Inside, here's Clingan. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
They are shooting the lights out and doing a good job of maintaining this lead.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for him this half.
Durant finds Thompson. Over Sharp. The Rockets again can't hit. Portland leading by 3. Pass to Clingan, and here's Avdia. Clingan with a screen. Avdia against Durant. Oh, denied by Durant.
For all the scoring, KD's 7.5-foot reach can sometimes get overlooked. He said, let me remind you with that rejection.
For 3, here's Lillard. Offensive board. Outside Sharp. Second shot opportunity, and he makes it. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
And these are exactly the moments where you find out if a player's tough enough for the NBA. And Sharp showing no fear in a clutch situation.
And that one's good by Durant.
And we've seen Durant now hit big shots before. This guy relishes the moment.
Lillard up top, guarded by Van Vliet. Shakes him, and he lays it in.
Boy, somebody lit a fire under this guy. I mean, he's crushing it right now.
Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Outside Van Vliet. Let's loose for 3. Sharp there for the rebound.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Now Lillard. Clinging with a screen. Shaedon Sharp. Oh, missed on the tray.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Here's Durant. He shoots. And he gets the jumper to fall.
He's got that clutch gene. It's in his DNA for sure.
And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Jacks up a 3. It's off. The Rockets trail. To tie it up. Ooh, Durant takes the contact and puts it in.
Tell you what, that defense was physical, and yet Durant, with great balance and composure, just stayed with it.
Portland has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Lillard against Van Vliet. Fires the 3. The 3 ball is down.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Outside Durant. Puts up the tray. That's off.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for him.
Cash it in.
Lillard steps up, and you know this guy delivers in the clutch.
Here's Thompson. He launches, and he nails it.
And just look at what Durant is doing. My goodness.
Portland has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Van Vliet against Lillard. Clinging inside. Using the glass to lay it in.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Van Vliet against Lillard. Jams it home!
Well, Durant knows the team looks to him for this. These kinds of moments, the intensity of the moment, never rattles.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet. And they go to the intentional foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
And the Rockets call time here. They're trailing by 4. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
They're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Fourth team foul. Shooting for Portland.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up 5. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Durant again! What an avalanche!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And so both free throws good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
Houston calls timeout. They're losing by 4. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
It's gonna be tough. They've got to get a quick hoop and then immediately foul.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what they're talking about. I mean, it's their only chance. And even if it's a long shot, it is a chance.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he ends up making the second. And that'll put him up 2. To win it. So a close game sees Portland taking this one. Their record is now 1-1 in this group round. And you know they're breathing a sigh of relief.
But that's only temporary. They're going to have to dig deep if they want to eventually hoist the NBA Cup.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Dame, you routinely make shots that most players would not even attempt. What enables you to have that kind of confidence?
Sometimes in the summer, I work on the craziest things. You know, you never know what type of situation you're going to be in. You got to be prepared for it, you know, so I've worked on my fair share of crazy shots, crazy passes, and, you know, you don't make a high percentage of them, but I made one tonight.
Practice makes perfect. Thanks so much, Dame.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Donovan Clingan.